Hi guys, welcome back to Podcast. So for today's video, I will be doing another LCD models review, but it is not the P1, but it is the older models from McLaren. Actually, it's from the late 90s. So this is the McLaren F1 models from LCD, and I'm not only going to review just one car or one color, but I'm going to review these two models instead at once. Why? Because I think the second models is a very iconic and is very interesting model that LCD has made. So I think I'm just going to turn this around right now. So you can see it. What we got here is the two models of the McLaren F1 from LCD models, and I'm just going to talk about this ones first. So this is a very common and a very, I think, very classic look of a McLaren F1 in this kind of silver color. It doesn't have kind of a very special meaning, but this one, now this is the interesting model from LCD models. So if you notice the color, this kind of British dark green color, and also if you looked at the fender, there is the XP5 logo. Maybe you cannot see it clearly on the video, but that is the XP5 logo. So this particular model is a very specific model made by LCD models about the world record breaking car. So this is the XP5 prototype McLaren F1 that was set the Guinness World Record for the world's fastest production car. I think it I'm just going to be honest right here. I'm reading the data. It's reaching 240.1 mile per hour or 386.4 kilometer per hour. So it even surpassed the Jaguar XG20 220's 217.1. It's I think, oh yeah, it's it broke the record on the 31st of March in 1998. So this is the world record breaking car, and it kind of makes it so special. Especially the LCD models also managed to put the XP5 logo on the body, which we'll get to see that later. But for now, I want to talk about the packaging first. So the packaging itself, just like the previous P1 models, it's very simple and it's very LCD models. So on the front, wait, I'm just going to show you this one. So the front one, we got the same 164 scale writings on the front, and then we got the name of the model, McLaren F1, and then we got the logo. This is the LCD models logo, and on the side we got the 3D design of the model. This one is from the left side, and then on the other side we got that from the right side. And on the back we got the McLaren F1 logo and also the LCD models logo, and underneath the packaging we got this very unnecessary writings and also the 164 scale series LCD models, and also we got the license sticker. So this is obviously a licensed product from LCD models. So yeah, I think that's that's it about the packaging. Like, it's very similar to the P1, and I think we're just going to jump and take a closer look on the model and see the details. Right, so as you can see right here, this is the two models outside of the packaging, and I think I'm just gonna go take a closer look one by one of this model, and starting from the silver one because I'm saving the best for last. So I'm just gonna get rid of this one for a second right here, and we're focusing on the silver version first. So first things first, about the base, I think this is a very similar base to the McLaren P1 that I've reviewed previously. It's a very simple black plastic with the nameplate, the metal plate on the front. This one is written McLaren F1, obviously because of the model. And then I think that's it about the the base. And then we're just gonna go and take a closer look on the model. So starting from the front, I think this is a very nice front fascia of a McLaren F1. And then if you look at the details, this is very amazing details from LCD models, because first I want to talk about the headlights. The headlights, it's pretty detailed. Like, this is obviously a separate parts, it's plastic, including the eyelids on the upper parts of the headlights. This one is plastic too, I think it's separate. And then if you look inside the headlights, you could see these two circular parts that was kind of resembling the inner parts of the headlights of the real car, which is really nice, because I think I have this Mini GT version right here, and Mini GT did have the circular details inside the headlights, but it just painted in silver color. Meanwhile, for the LCD models, they use a real separate plastic parts, which kind of add more to the realism of the model, which is really nice. If you look at it compared to the Mini GT, it's very, very far more details on the LCD models. And then moving on to the upper side of the front bumper, we got the side marker right here, which is a painted one. And it is very understandable for it to be painted, because this one is very small, and I think it is almost impossible or maybe too hard for them to replicate this part right here in a plastic parts, so they just went in for the painted one. And then on the center of the hood, we got the McLaren logo, and this one is a photo etch, which is really nice, and it's very LCD model standard. I apologize about the lighting. I think if I turn off the lights right here, you could see it better. I think, yeah, this one's better. I think I'm just gonna go with this kind of lighting for the silver one. Wait, wait a minute. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, like the lights just went out. So yeah, moving on, we got this part right here is the McLaren logo. It is photo etch, and then we'll get to see this one. This is the bottom or the bumper, front bumper. We got these air intakes with this kind of a fin that was kind of separate at the center of the air intakes. And then moving on to the side, and this is where you kind of, I mean, personally, me kind of bugged about uh, the stance of the model, because if you look closely, the model itself, it's kind of sits slanted towards the back, because the front wheels, it's kind of sits a little bit too high, and it is not because of the base part that was kind of holding the model. Because if I took this off the base, I took the model off the base, the car will still sits pretty high at the front. And I'm just gonna show you again for the Mini GT, because I think Mini GT has done a proper fitment for the front side of the car. So this is what the Mini GT looks like. And wait, I'm just gonna show you the fitment or the stance that the Mini GT had. So this is what the Mini GT looks like, and if you look at the front parts, it sits pretty low compared to the McLaren F1 from LCD models. And I think this is the perfect or the better stance for the McLaren F1. So I think Mini GT won about the stance, because I don't really like the stance for the LCD models, because it's kind of sits pretty high at the front. But other than that, I think this is a pretty nice sculpt or pretty nice casting of the McLaren F1, because the line itself, it's pretty smooth, it's pretty McLaren F1-y, like, you know that. And then moving on to the wheels itself, the wheels, it's pretty detailed for an LCD models, and you could see the very huge disc brakes, and also the calipers, the golden calipers kind of fill in all the area inside the wheels, which is really nice. And then if you look at the back, We could see another disc brakes and also the calipers. And also I think this is the a third brake. Oh no. Yeah? No? Yeah, I think this is the third brake for the handbrake. And then this one is the main caliper, which is really nice details. You see that the wheels, it's pretty detailed honestly, because these 5-spoke wheels, they have holes in like at the center of each spoke. So this is a pretty detailed wheels from the factory. And then moving on to the back side, now this is very detailed and a very interesting one, because you could see this photo etch grills for the center, because this one is hold, I think. You could see that, you could see through, even though there's no engine details on this model. And then you could see the tail lights itself, it's colored yellow on the outside and the red one for the inside. And then we got the photo etch McLaren F1 logo for the grille. But for this 8 holes, is this, wait wait is this hole? I think this one is not painted. It's an actual holes that was kind of casted into the body, I think, which is really nice. No, I think this one is painted. Yeah, I think this one is painted, but it kind of have the depth of the kind of these holes right here. It kind of have depth. It's not just like a painted sample printed onto the bumper. And then on the bottom we got these 4 exhaust pipes, which is not really a symmetrical one, and that's kind of shame to see that it's not really symmetrical. It's not really the kind of that neat for an LCD models, but I think, yeah, that's okay. And I can't fix this one either, because this one is too difficult to fix. So I'm just gonna let it just like this and move on. And for other details, like I said before, we don't have the engine details right here. We cannot see the details of the engine. But the McLaren F1 still have the standard like Alcantara details for the interior, like all of the other LCD models, McLaren and the Pagani. So this is really nice details. And then what else? I think that's it about the details for the McLaren F1. And now let's jump on to the special one. So this is the XP5 prototype models. And while I've already talked about most of the details on the silver color one, I'm not going to redo the details on this color of the XP5. So I'm just going to show you the differences about the silver one and the XP5 model. So first thing, it's obviously the color. So this is the color. It's kind of British dark green color. You could see the green in there on the reflections, which I think this is a very nice color for LCD models. Like you could get the shades of green and kind of blue, and it's kind of a like a chameleon style paint on this color, I mean on this car. And then the one thing that kind of differentiates the silver model with the XP5 is obviously the XP5 logo right here on the fender. So this one is kind of like specified models from LCD models that was using the XP5 photo etch decals right here. And then, yeah, I think that's about the difference for this model. Like aside from the paint, aside from the color and also the logo, I think they are the same models or the same castings. And also for the nameplate on the base, this is different because this is a very special model. So it's not only written McLaren F1, but this is the McLaren F1 XP5. So So I think LCD just want to show that this is the very special version that they make, and it's not a really kind of, oh, I think we're just going to go for the green color without the XP5 logo. It's not, they want to make it accurate to the real car. So this is it. This is an accurate replica of the XP5 model from McLaren F1, and this is a very nice model to me. So let's just turn on the lights back on, and we'll see the models right here. So we've already see the details of these two models, and I think that's it for this video. Like, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.